Morning. So I just wanted to say, as in the title, if you check out, you may already know of her, Higher Realm Holistics channel, and listen to the recent one she's put up. I think it's a recent one she's put up. She's in a pink top. Anyway, she's talking about future proves the past. She knows about Q, and she's talking about Epstein. And like I've tried to say to people, it doesn't matter whatever's gone on with him. Like she said in a video, that's why I'm giving her a shout out. He was the keystone. He was the dynamo that needed to fall. The one who's singing like a bird is Rachel Chandler. She's protected. She was trafficked. She was, at a very young age. She is the one that can say all these things, not him. He just needed to fall. This is what I've been trying to tell people. Some people out there, even on the Q side, are like, oh, it's not going to happen now. Of course it is. He needed to pass away or whatever, so the FBI could go in there and raid it. And just like she said in the video, which I found very interesting, is she said all the people out there, a bit like the sleeping, will look at the people who are on to Q and look at us, like she was saying about light workers. I say, those who know about Beyond the Veil, as, mad, weird, conspiracy theorists. And even some people on a queue will go to the light workers after because certain stuff to do with religion, this, that, and the other, this is why I say I'm in both areas. I've been on Q, as most of you know, but I like the stuff beyond the veil. I look at both. I'm not into so-called religion, so that isn't going to affect me, but I do believe in a creator, as I always say. I do believe we all come from source. So it was really good how she's just put it together. So bigs up to Higher Realm Holistics for putting that video out about what she's talking about Epstein, and it's Rachel Chandler who's singing. So all the people that are getting, like, oh, did he die, or this happened, or I've even said maybe he went to get him or whatever, and I've said I'm not bothered either way what's happened. It's not him that's giving the info. They've got the info anyway. Let's help the people who have been MK Ultra'd victims. They're the people we'll forgive. It wasn't their fault. She's singing like a bird. So just what it's put out there. Please go and check the video out. I might just try and check it now, just to say which one it was. But this is what I was trying to say to people the other day. Hi, Rachel. How are you? I've got puffy eyes today. I've not slept. But this is what I was trying to say to people about the whole Epstein thing. It doesn't matter what the news have reported. There's always something else going on. So, just got up. And they said even some of the Q people will then begin to look to the, beyond the veil people, as I call it, light workers, for, stuff. This is why I say I like to be looking in both arenas. Because some of the Q people are not open to other stuff. They're open to some Q stuff, but it's tip of the iceberg and they don't realise other stuff that's going on. So there are sort of people awake to Q, but even people in Q still asleep to other stuff because they won't open their mind, especially if they're like really religious. And that's why there's some Q channels out there I don't like. It was, just so you can check it out, resonate or not resonate with it. I like this lady anyway. It was, check out which one it was. It was Higher Realm Holistics, Epstein, Jeffrey Epstein, NRV update, Drain in the Swamp, fake news, cover up, Ace in the hole, Ace in the hole, and she's saying the ace in the hole is Rachel Chandler. She knows everything. I don't know if you can hear, but let me see if you can hear. Switch it round.
If you look at those specific NRVs, 20, 22, 25, and 27. Wrap up, you know, putting some things together. All right. I know I did a live yesterday because they were storming the castle. Like I said, they were going to storm the castle, Epstein's Pedo Island. And I just wanted to get everyone to soldier up right now. Okay. Because a lot is going to be, it's going to be going fast. Like I said once he dies, he's going to be out of the way, so that's going to allow them to legally storm the castles, all of his castles, okay, and to just rush this through, because I said it before, there was no way this was going to drag on till next year. They were going to allow him to be killed, storm the castles, and because by 2020 that's when all the big trials are going to start. Okay, right now is roundup time. Okay, so to start, I want to say future proofs past. Okay, so if you look at my NRV number 20, 22, 25, and 27, if you look at those specific NRVs, 20, 22, 25, and 27, I talk about some remote views. That's what NRV stands for. New remote view or new revelation, because I get these knowings. So that's what it's all about, videos, okay? And they're mostly talking about Jeffrey Epstein. Now on NRV 27, it's towards the end that I talk about something when it comes to Epstein, okay? Now, I want you guys to keep in mind certain things as they come through so you can help your people along, because like I said, it's going to be very traumatic, even for the truthers, because I've heard a couple of truthers talk, and they said, oh, well, all the weirdos now, now they're jumping on the bandwagon, all the weirdos. They're referring to the people who follow Q, who are hip to Q, and us, light workers. Especially somebody like me who brings up current events also. They, not too many light workers do, forerunners who are on the internet. That's my job. So, they're still referring to us as weirdos, the truthers who are doing the alternative news. But that's okay, whatever. Because they will turn around once everything comes out that's going to blow their heads, and they're going to be looking at the Q people. The Q people are going to be like, yeah, I told you so. And then the Q people, they're going to be hit real hard when it comes to the...
See, she's saying they're sleeping when they wake up. Will come to the Q people who were talking about this stuff, because they'll be like, oh, but some of the Q people maybe turn into the light workers or whatever you want to say. This is why I say I keep in the Q realms, not all the time because I can see what's going on, but I also keep in the realms beyond that, like light working realms, because I'd say I'm part of both, because I know what's going on in part of both. So I'm not going to go to the light workers because I know about this. This is why I've always said, when people have said, oh yeah, I said, I keep an eye in both areas. Even Magenta Pixie said that about there's some people that choose to keep an eye in both areas. You don't always have to, but it all interlinks. It all connects the dots, just like the lovely Higher Realm Holistics has said before, because I do watch her along with the lovely Fifth and a load of other light workers. And this is why I've always said I'm part of both, because I am very open-minded to Beyond. And obviously, as I said the other day, the orbs that were caught on camera, on live, is stuff that some people think is, dust or flies or whatever, because they're not open-minded to think it could be something else coming in from somewhere else. So this is what I'm saying. There will be a lot of Q people that will go to others, because there's a lot of Q people out there who are still asleep to other stuff. But basically, the light workers, whatever you want to say, QAnon people, the so-called conspiracist nutcases, like she was saying, we're all the truthers. We're all doing the alternative news, even if we're getting bits of it muddled up. But basically, and she is saying the stuff about Epstein and Rachel Chandler. It's Rachel Chandler Who knows? Doesn't matter about Epstein. That's why I said I don't care what's happened to him. Even if them pictures were put out and they're put out by media to make it look like he's not so everyone's confused, I said myself, I'm not bothered as long as that man is dead, gone to Gitmo, whatever, not doing what he has been doing, the stuff he has been doing. So please check out the lovely Higher Realm Holistics. Check a channel out anyway, sub if you resonate, because it's all about supporting people who are, you know, alternative news in trying to get this stuff out for when, you know, it starts to break in mainstream. And this is why I believe it's important for them. People will be looking to you because you mentioned something. So, hi Rachel, Ria, and J Mac. I'm a bit tired this morning. And this is what I was saying. So I will shout people out who I believe are, you know, standing up on the right side, let's say. So please go and check out Higher Realm Holistics, entitled Jeffrey Epstein, NRV Update, Draining the Swamp, Fake News Cover-Up, and Ace in the Hole. NRV is remote viewing, which I've talked about before, which I had a really weird dream once about, well, saying a dream. I don't know if anyone remembers when I said I was seeing over something where I could see these people on both sides of this, like, black and white checkerboard game, Luma Donkey and all that, of sides there, good and bad, but the people didn't want it no more. The people who knew about the badness didn't want it anymore. I spoke about that ages ago, but yeah, just please go and check it out, because I just got up and I thought, well, this is what I've been trying to say to people. It's not Jeffrey Epstein that's the key. Keystone maybe, but he's just the dynamo. It is Rachel Chandler. So, see you later. Bye.